I'm Robin from ParaThatsNotNormal, and if you want to learn how to crystal grid using a crystal sphere, stay tuned and I'll show you how. And if you like these videos, click on subscribe and ring the bell to be notified as soon as they're released. For this grid, you will need the following: tumbled quartz crystal, turritella agate, starry jasper, citrine, sunstone, carnelian, large quartz points, small quartz points, and a generator of a quartz crystal sphere, and a wand of a quartz point. Okay, everybody, let's begin gridding. So for this energy grid, I'm going to use my clear quartz crystal sphere. And I'm going to go ahead and set that down in the middle. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, I thought of stones that kind of fired me up, kind of gave me that feeling of being energized. And I'm a Leo, so I guess I'm just drawn to these particular stones. So it may not be the exact case for you, but consider it as kind of a guide. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a circle around the sphere, because I'm going to do concentric circles for this one. And I am going to go with my starry jasper. So I'm just going to go ahead and start at the top and go around in a clockwise motion and just lay out my jasper. And this is a red jasper and white with pyrite inside. And kind of just do it like so. Okay? There. And now I'm going to go with my next ring, in which I'm going to do quartz. So I'm going to use tumbled quartz. And I'm actually going to alternate a bit. And I'm going to throw in some of the other stones. For this one, I think that I'm going to put, start at the top. And do a few quartz. I like to use 3 for some particular reason. I'm drawn to that. And then I'm going to put in some citrine. And then I'm going to do a few more quartz. Actually, this one's kind of milky. I don't like that. Okay. And then I'm going to do some sunstone. And I'm going to have a few more quartz. And now I'm going to put in some carnelian. And again, the size doesn't matter, it's the intention. And I guess I'm going to do maybe a quartz and another quartz. Okay. So now I chose turritella agate mainly because this particular agate, it has a lot of activity going on with the stone. I look at it and I see busy. I see busy patterns. I see a lot of interest. And so it kind of, I want to say it stimulates my mental activity by looking at this because of all that is going on within. So in a sense, that is a way of energizing me, since that's an important factor for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a ring of this agate with some quartz points. And again, this is a very personal stone choice. I was drawn to it. I do believe it has to do with what you need energy-wise at the time versus your peer. So what can be replicated easily is the concept of the layout of the grid, but your stone choices may differ. What energizes me may not be what energizes you. I do believe it has a lot to do with your astrological sign too, because of my choice. It's all Leo stones for the most part. Okay, and I'm gonna put one point in there. And see how I'm working in a clockwise direction. I'm always working in a clockwise direction. Okay? Now, I want to connect my circles. So I'm going to use quartz points. So I have these little quartz points, and I'm going to point out from the sphere to a circle. And I'm going to connect this circle to this circle, any random location wherever it feels right for you. Just going to do that there. And I'm going in the direction radiating out from the sphere. And I'm going to connect those that way. Okay, and then if you want to just do a few more, you can do it, just if it feels like you need to balance something out. So something's telling me, since this is such a much larger circle, just to go ahead and add a few more to connect to that one. Okay, so now we're going to activate this grid. So I'm going to go grab my wand. So I'm going to use this wand. This particular wand I picked up when I was like 19 or 20, and it energizes me because when I hold it, it feels like bee stings in my hand. So I'm going to use this as my activation wand for this energized grid. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch the generator, and then I'm going to touch top stone. Touch the generator, next stone, and you just do this all the way around, placing your intent into the stones, and you work yourself, and don't forget your connectors. Work yourself out to the next circle, and then back until you get all the way around. And don't forget even if you got little chips like I do, I have little stone chips. Make sure you get everything. You go all the way around in a clockwise direction, and when you're finished, you can let your grid just sit and let it energize. So when you need to feel energized, you can come back to this grid and you can reflect upon this grid, and then be sure to thank the grid. And then if you feel that it's not energizing you, you can come back at any time and do the activation process again. So that is my energizing grid using a sphere generator. And again, this is my stone choice for being energized, and I think it'll differ per person, and it will differ per person, and I think it'll differ probably per proper astrological sign for something of this nature. And I did it with concentric circles. And I was sure to connect the circles so that the energy could find its path. So thank you for joining, and I'll come up with some more grids, and until next time, happy gridding.